Tillman to the U.S. men's national team, recaps including our cup set in the U.S. Open Cup and a preview for this weekend's game versus San Jose on this LAFC Weekly. A quick hit before getting to the game action. 24-year-old Timothy Tillman has filed for a one-time switch with FIFA from Germany to the U.S. men's national team. He has dual citizenship and is German on his mother's side and American on his father's side. Fun fact, his brother Malik Tillman represented both the US and Germany internationally at the youth level already, with Timothy only having represented Germany. He's done so 20 times from the under 16 to the under 19 squads. If he suits up for the US, I'm pretty sure we would be the MLS team with the most US men's national team players in Acosta, Long, and Tillman. Heads up, sorry for the potato quality footage, but that's US Open Cup for you. The coaching staff decided to send our LAFC 2 team with Jakupovic and Crisostomo to Monterey Bay. I wasn't sure what to expect, but man, what a game. Christian Torres opened up the score in the 25th minute thanks to a great ball by Christopher Jaime. 1-0 on the road with the first team's jerseys on, championship star and all. Kids were stepping up. They had to step up and weather the storm for pretty much the entire game. Monterey Bay would have like 70% possession. Our kids were on the back foot all game long, bending but not breaking. Just when you thought they were going to pull it off, MLS veteran Simon Dawkins would tie the game in the 90th minute. Minutes away after playing great defensively all game, gut punch. Extra time it was. It would only take 4 minutes for Jesse Maldonado to put Monterey Bay up 2-1. If the first one was a gut punch, this was a low blow. I was honestly thinking that was a wrap and that the kids should still be proud for a good showing and going toe-to-toe with veterans, and that there was pretty much no shame in losing this game, but they had other ideas. That goal sparked something in them and they started stringing passes together and stringing possession after having defending non-stop all game long. The Monterey Bay players didn't take the kids taking the game to them lightly. They were now trying to get in their heads and start some drama to eat up the clock. LAFC wouldn't bite though, and they kept on keeping on, looking for the equalizer that would eventually come in the 105th minute by way of Mateus Maya, thanks to a brilliant first pass touch by Crisostomo. All smiles from the bench and nearly 6,000 pissed off fans that were there chanting "Beat LA" several times before this. The kids had done it and Monterey Bay was pissed. They started resorting to more cheap plays out of frustration that our kids were actually superior. We would keep pushing for the win, but it would end 2-2. Crisostomo would miss his penalty in the shootouts, but no biggie. Without him, we don't even get the tie. Cue the stage for the other veteran, Jakupovic, to step up and secure a core memory for these kids with a save, followed by an unstoppable penalty, and then a second save and sudden death for the victory. Whatever ends up happening in their careers, they'll never forget putting on the first team's jersey with a star on it, going on the road in a US Open Cup do-or-die game and securing the win. We move on to the next round where we'll be playing Carson at home.
I'm really proud of the boys tonight. They played in a disciplined manner. They played good football at times. They fought everything they had. They stayed cool in the end. They carried the LAFC jersey very well tonight. We're super proud of them.
And one more, Eldon's leadership and goal. What can you say about Eldon tonight?
Yeah, he's an old fox, this guy, and he did fantastic in goal. He was there for the boys when they needed him, especially in the penalty shootout, but also throughout the 120 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
For RSL, we rolled out almost a first-choice lineup. Thanks to the kids handling the US Open Cup game, the first team was rested and ready to get back in the wins column. RSL's first attack would foreshadow the game for them. They played well in 2/3 of the field, but that final third was poop. On the flip side, we were lethal, especially in that first half. 8 minutes in, Ilya hits a great pass, right on the path of Opoku's great run, followed by a somewhat fortunate shot. Doesn't get the cleanest hit, but it does spike down, which makes it really difficult for the keeper to handle in close range. Opoku has 4 goals this year now, 2 in the league, 2 in Champions. In the 34th minute, Vela and Boanga were passing the ball back and forth to each other before Dennis rips a banger from the outside of the box. Not much for the keeper to do there. What a shot. With the goal, Boanga once again took over the Golden Boot race with 9 goals in 10 games. The second half would see Boanga with a close call from a good pass from Sifu, who had a good game all around, coming off the bench unexpectedly due to an injury to Acosta. RSL's chances, if you could call them that, were little to none. It was good to see Maldonado with a great game and still not shying away from making plays even after that late penalty in the last game. Not even phased, he's just playing his game, aggressive and stepping up when needed. The final nail in the coffin would come from a penalty against RSL. Pretty soft call on this one, although Denny was brought down earlier in the game and I thought that other one should have been called. But anyways, Bogusz stepped up and slotted it away to open up his account in MLS. Pretty even game stats wise. RSL didn't play bad, they just couldn't get it together in the attacking third, where on the flip side, we just took advantage of the moments we had. Here's what the team had to say after the game.
It's a good bounce back. It's a good way to perform on the road, and to get 3 goals, 3 points, and a clean sheet. That's all you can ask for on the day that we had to travel. So it was good.
Yeah, I think our defending all year has been pretty good. We don't give up too many goals. Obviously, have 3 fantastic goalkeepers in this organization, and our deeper defending, or our in-box defending, as I like to put it, is very good. And we're also blessed with great defenders, 2 of which who are injured at the moment. But Daniil and Aronson and I, Cheeky always does a great job, and Ryan, they did fantastic. But it's not just about defenders; it's 3 in front of them, and then the 3 up top as well. So it's a collective effort when you defend deep, and I thought we did a great job of minimizing high quality chances from Salt Lake. I wish we would have avoided the amount of crosses and shots from distance, but there were very few high-quality chances from Salt Lake tonight. We respect every single opponent in this league. Our league is built on parity, and it's very difficult to beat every team in this league. There are no easy games. And Kansas City won today with a large scoreline, similar to ours, obviously, but they're in a good moment. They've been playing much better. They won in Seattle the other day. Today against Minnesota. So it's a team that didn't have a great start to the season, but I think they found themselves now. It'll be a competitive, tight game, as it always is against Kansas City, but we like to win games at home, and that will be our goal.
Sporting KC and LAFC battled to a 1-1 draw at BMO Stadium on Wednesday. Both goals would come in the first 20 minutes. LAFC would strike first 13 minutes in. Valencia to Opoku to who else? Boanga. Great dribble and cutback by Opoku, have to call that out, and Denny gets his 10th goal of the year, 2 goals clear of second place in the Golden Boot race. Opoku and Boanga would both have chances to extend the lead minutes after the goal, but neither chance would materialize. In the 20th minute, KC would respond with a goal against the run of play. Johnny Russell would beat Jakupovic while dragging 2 defenders with him. We traded chances with KC, but neither team would score before the halftime whistle. 30 seconds into the second half, with smoke still coming from the 32-52, we would see this crazy pinball sequence that McIntosh battled away, and Vela would give him a scare shortly after that from right outside the box. With the game getting tense at the end, Hollingshead thought he pinged the winner off the crossbar in the 85th minute, but VAR would call this one back due to an offside position. This was a really close call, too close a call I would say, and with the initial call on the field being a goal, I'm not sure I see enough to call this one back as a clear and obvious error. Do you think that it was a clear and obvious error? I want to know what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. This game would end 1-1, but not before KC would give us a scare in the 94th minute. Good on Jakupovic to stop this at a critical moment in the game. We were not as clinical in this one compared to the RSL game, and that proved to be the difference. In any case, we saw the MLS debut of Nathan Ordaz when he came on in the 77th minute for Boanga, and he did pretty good. He played a part in 2 good build-up plays, Hollinghead's called back goal and another chance at the end of the game. Great to see him rewarded for a good showing in the US Open Cup match. We're now at 22 points, good for second place, just 1 point behind Seattle, and we still have 2 games in hand.
We just dropped and didn't apply enough pressure on the ball while they're progressing forward. And we talked about it at halftime, and it was much better in the second half. Just a kind of a lull in the game after we went up and we had a few chances and had a very bright start to the game. And I think the goal was the worst thing that could happen to us, unfortunately, because then we just started to become passive and drop, which we do not want to do against the ball. And then that's when you see those situations.
Today the pressure was not as good as always, and I think the defensive line, we dropped too much. I think if we would be able to be more high, I think it will be better for the team and better for the pressure, and they move us the one side to another very easily. But I think we saw the mistake in the half and we fixed it. Eso siempre pasa. Yo cuando he estado en Francia y he jugado contra Paris Saint-Germain, juego con más intensidad, porque es el partido grande del año. Eso pasa así y sabemos que tenemos que enfrentarnos a todos los equipos que vienen como tienen que venir, con mucha intensidad, por supuesto, y sí, son peleas que se quedan en el campo, pero bueno, ningún problema. Asumimos que la gente viene con intensidad y eso nos exige a nosotros también poner esa intensidad para querer ganar, y es lo que creo que hacemos cada partido y tenemos que seguir haciendo. Sí. Está claro que aquí en casa siempre queremos ganar absolutamente todo y nos vamos decepcionados, pero hay que estar con calma y hay que saber también que los puntos son buenos, que hay que evitar las derrotas. Y bueno, cogemos este punto y ahora recuperar a gente, a recuperar sensaciones y un poco con las ganas que tenemos de San José. Fue el único partido de MLS que hemos perdido, así que con ganas de enfrentarnos a ellos de nuevo.
Looking ahead, we have San Jose at home on Saturday. After beating us, they lost to the Gals in Carson 2-1. After the loss, San Jose sits 5th in the West with 18 points from 5 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. Time to run it back at home. It'll be interesting to see how much we rotate this game, considering the next one is an Open Cup clash against Carson, and just so happens to be a week away from the first leg of the Champions League final. I always want to win at home, but more important than that, I think going 100% in this midweek Open Cup match is the right move. Not just because it's against Carson, but because it's a knockout game in a do-or-die situation just a week removed from leg 1 at León. The perfect match to prepare and still get a week's rest. What do you think? Do we rest players versus San Jose or Carson? Or should we rotate half the first team for each game? Let me know how you'd manage this situation if you were Dolo in the comment section below.
Stay posted.
Before we get to any match day stuff, this is a story that needs